This project just keeps on getting bigger. What you think is a tiny little job turns into pulling your boat apart and replacing it all.
We're Allison and James, and we've been working towards making full-time adventure possible. The first step was downsizing and minimizing our lives to fit into 160 square feet. We converted this vintage Airstream into our tiny home on wheels ourselves without any prior building experience. A huge undertaking. Adopting a tiny home lifestyle created the financial freedom we needed to take the next big step towards making our dreams possible. Buying a sailboat. Another huge project, but we're ready for another big challenge, and we're pretty motivated by all the amazing ocean adventures that lie ahead. We've been working hard to bring this little boat back to life, and over the next few weeks, we'll be catching you up to speed so that we can meet you here in real time. Subscribe to follow along on our adventure. Our dock days are nearly over, and we're so excited to cast off and finally drop the hook. But before we can get out on the salty seas, we need to deal with our fresh water situation. The plumbing on our 40-year-old Catalina is in need of a complete refresh. There is no way we'll be drinking water that has flowed through these pipes. So this week, we are replacing the entirety of our water system. We'll be digging into hard-to-reach places for this one, so like most tasks on a boat, it'll require a bit of boat yoga. Hours spent contorting ourselves into awkward shapes and spaces in order to get the jobs done.
Oh, we're on the funny bone. It's always funny.
Got her done?
I think so.
So this is our new down pipe that will replace this cruddy one here. Crud. Gross.
Look how disgusting that is.
Wow.
Look, it's like black on the inside.
It's gross, dude. That's why.
You do new plumbing.
Old cruddy drain, new nice drain. Done. So there's a lot of excess plumbing down there, basically because there's two sinks, and we never use that sink in the corner, and we decided it'd be much better utilized if it was storage. So we've disconnected that sink, or the plumbing to that sink, and we're gonna haul that out at some point, and then we'll have some sort of drop-down storage.
You know, I think they've heard us rant about why they put two sinks in such small spaces before.
There's 3 sinks in here.
There's 3 sinks?
1, 2, and then the bathroom right there. A lot of unnecessary plumbing, but you've heard us talk about that before. Ta-da! New down pipe.
Oh, should we open the through hole and see if it drains?
Yeah.
Much simpler just having one drain that goes straight out and through. Makes me feel better about it.
Definitely. We are simplifying things on here. Less things to break in future. I think it's a good way to go.
Yeah, we got rid of like 6 hose clamp connections.
You don't need to overcomplicate these things.
It's not leaking down here.
Good job. So here is one of our freshwater tanks. We actually have 2. As you can see, it's pretty gross in there, so definitely gonna give that a good scrub. The tubing is pretty cruddy. So this is the intake freshwater hose. Clearly don't want water to be going through that. And then this one leads to the other freshwater tank. The tubing comes out of this tank down here in the corner, which is not accessible unless you come in through here. So now we need to pull out the batteries to be able to lift this up and get at that freshwater tank connection in order to replace it. And we don't want to just start hauling these wires off without labeling them, because then we won't know how to put them back. And that is what the bottom of our battery bank looks like.
Now let's see what's underneath. Oh my elbow.
Treasure.
Usually. Oh, the buried kind. Stuff that nobody's wanted you to see for years.
Yikes. Oh.
That's
Wow.
not at all disgusting.
That's worse than I thought. I thought that was bad.
Oh god, I don't. Ugh.
Is this scarier than the Airstream walls? Ick. Alright, let's give this hull a good scrub. Alright, let's get at it.
Alright. Where's my dirty stick?
Well, already it looks much better in here.
Yeah.
It even smells fresher.
I got some bad news, the tank's filthy, so we should take it out.
Let's get that filthy tank out of there.
This project just keeps on getting bigger. What you think is a tiny little job, just changing a water pump, turns into pulling your boat apart to remove all of the water tanks, all of the piping, and replacing it all. The inside of the tank is gross. All of these pipes are gross. What do you say? Should we just commit to this being the rest of our weekend? Pull all the plumbing apart?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm all in. I say out with the old, in with the new.
I didn't want this job to take us a week.
We're gonna feel really good when we have clean drinking water. I'm bringing the energy. Let's go. Gearing up.
It's strange, it's a pandemic and I feel like I've forgotten how to put one of these things on.
You've been wearing them more outside of work than you have at work at the hospital.
Find the important documents. Getting underway. Engine oil, check. Transmission, check. Screw holes open. No, sink engine. It's really hard to read it. Guess we'll never find out how to get underway.
We're never gonna get underway at this pace.
Oh, upon docking, not ducking. Fenders down, dock lines secure, keys and gear shifts secure, shore power connect, through holes closed, sink. This is somebody's cheat sheet for how to pack and start the boat. Here you go.
Ugh. What did you find down there? Ugh. How is it so dirty?
I don't know.
You can see where we cleaned and then...
That's what it looked like before.
Yeah. Let's get this thing out of here and
yeah.
make it like new, if you can.
Gourmet lunch here on deck because the inside is a trash palace.
We still eat well though.
We do.
Alright, lunch was delicious and we're back at it. Cleaned this space and now we are on to the other freshwater tank.
Screwdriver?
Where?
That's a good question.
So the other freshwater tank is in a V-berth, which we've discovered is also nasty. And it's fiberglassed in, but we think we might be able to pull it out without destroying it, perhaps. So that's what we're gonna try now.
I don't know what the best way to do this is, really.
Do you think we'll be able to just like haul it straight up?
I don't know. Really only one way to find out. They must have put it in somehow, so unless they built the boat around it. It's very possible they did that. Can you open the hatch beneath your feet and put your hands under and push it up? Oh, that's hitting the top of it.
How much further does it have to clear this? Is it just like a twisty wall?
It's like wider than the hole.
They really did build the boat around this thing. Yay!
So much easier when you take all of the supports out. Fun fact, I don't think this has seen the light of day since this time, 1979. How old is she now? 42 years.
Wow.
Where else are we going to find a tank that is this irregularly shaped?
Yeah, I do not want to drink water from those things.
This one's dated the 2nd of the 1st, 79. I guess they put this one in a few days before the other one.
That's a piece of history right there. All right, shall we clean out the mold that was in behind it? See what's in behind there. Ooh, oh my goodness. Yikes. Oh, it's a scary place. All right, give me the mask. Why do we do this? Why do we own this? Shift work, baby.
Yep. It's too much mold for one person to bear.
This is a massive improvement. We spent hours in this hole scrubbing. Now we're just about ready to put the large water tank back in and be done with this. This area is now cleaned out. We've got the smaller freshwater tank put back in.
Looks nice and fresh now.
Amazing.
Work. Let's see if it fits back in just as easily as it came out.
Oh my god, too easy. You would not believe we spent 2 hours trying to get that out.
Yeah. This is the exciting part. We get to put the new pipes in. Water intake for our tanks is just up here above the closet. So one will run to this tank and the other will run to the forward tank under the V-berth. We've got some 1/2-inch pipe that's going to run from the V-berth to the stern of the boat here, where we'll tee them together with 2 ball valves and a T, so we can select which tank is on and which tank is off. That way we can better track our water usage, and then we're going to run it around to the foot pump in the galley and coming up by the drain pipe that we installed the other day. It should only take us a few hours, but it's probably going to take longer than that. Shall we get to it?
Yeah.
Alright, heat guns back on. Have you seen Mr. Screwdriver?
The age-old question. That and where is my pencil?
Where's my pencil and what did I do with Monsieur Screwdriver? Yeah, the tricky bastard is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Yes, it was. Whenever starting a project, you want to make sure that you start with the easiest step.
Build your confidence.
Alright. I wish everything worked out that easily. Like you mean it to, and it's predictable. Hopefully that came through the side. So those just need to reattach to the tank. Oh, my knees. I wore out my denim knee pads. We've got all the plumbing run down to this T adapter, T, whatever you want to call it. But basically this allows us to draw from either of the tanks one at a time, and that way we can better keep track of our water usage. And also we can just use one tank at a time rather than before when you could only ever draw from the tanks simultaneously, thus running out of water all at once. This way, you run out of water, you still have a tank that you can use. So, handy. I call it an improvement.
For sure.
But check it out.
That's beauty.
That's gonna live under here. This pipe needs to go through the batteries, and I guess we need to move everything
Yep.
again. Let's pull all this old hose out first, and that way we can declutter. Do we want to clean in here before we install?
Yes.
It's kind of a gross job around the black tank.
Yep. Cleaning the other half of the boat. That's crazy. After the Airstream rebuild, we thought we would be done with these dirty, grimy jobs. We have been cleaning this boat for days. Every time we open a hatch or look into a cubby hole, we find years of black mold and grime that needs to be scrubbed. We are up to our elbows in crud and cleaning products. Confined, angulated, upside down, it's been so windy we have vertigo. Hopefully, there's an end to the madness. A clean, white, and fresh boat is on the horizon. Okay, just finished scrubbing all of this out, and I am pretty damn pleased with that because it looks brand new. Major improvement, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. It's like night and day.
Stoked. Feels like a new boat.
Mm-hmm. We're going to replace our water pump today. This is our old pump, belt driven. It's original, circa 1978. It's vintage. They'll last you a long time, those pumps. They unfortunately don't make replacement parts for them anymore, otherwise we'd just repair it. This is the new pump. It's a manual foot pump. I built this little mounting bracket box thing for it because the bottom of the hull is curved, so I can't just screw it down to the hull because that would put a hole through the hull. So we're going to mount it with the face flush against the fiberglass in the galley. It's going to be a real tight squeeze.
Think it'll fit?
I think so. I think it'll work. I'm going to cut a hole in the galley through the fiberglass for the foot pedals to come through, and then just a couple of bolts hold it all in place. We only want to cut one hole in the boat,
Yeah.
so wherever that hole gets put is where the pump is going.
So we were kind of standing there and playing with the ergonomics.
Although it would be nice to be right-footed because we're both right-handed. There's a through hole right behind here, so it can't go there. So left-footed is.
And then it's out of the way, so you're less likely to like stub your toe on it. It's just neatly in the corner.
And that's where it's going.
Hope for the best.
Yep. That's where it's gonna live. Fits.
There you go. Yes. It's more or less straight.
Is it at the top of the hole?
We actually lined that up correctly. Amazing.
I think it is there. Drill.
We've gotten one bolt hole in and we did it flawlessly. What are the chances that we do the second one perfectly?
But like a hair. Got it lined up, it's good.
Success. Let's give it a test. Let's fill up the tank and see if it works. That is the sound of water going in to our lovely clean tank through clean water lines. Moment of truth. Oh! Shot across the room. That hit the nav station.
Okay, you might want to like tone that down a little.
I only touched it with my like pinky toe.
Your pinky toe is rock solid strong.
Oh yeah. We did it! Yay! Now we can go on adventures.
Yeah!
And drink water.
Took like a million days.
All day today. What time is it? Like 8:30? The time for dinner?
Time for a beer.
You look so tired. Good job. Yay!
We have water again.
That's reason to celebrate.
Yeah, let's have a beer.
Alright. Ready or not, next week we are casting off. You don't want to miss that episode, folks. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Happy sailing.